Good morning, dear friends. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on your times. And I salute each and every one of you from here. I greet you in the name of Elohim. I salute each and every one of you for your courage. I salute each and every one of you for the things you do for the restoration of Biafra. I salute you for standing firm and standing strong with our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. I salute you for always being there. I salute you for your readiness to restore the kingdom of heaven here on earth. So Biafrans is another wonderful moment, the wonderful day Elohim has given to us for us to propagate the gospel of our freedom. This is a beautiful month, like I said yesterday. This is the month that reminds us everything that we stand for. Today is the second day in the month of May, the month that the Biafrans will never forget, the month that reminds us of the bravery of our people, the month that reminds us the day the whole world ganged up to make sure that the Biafrans were sent to RIP. The month that reminds us what the generation that are here before us, what they did to give us what we have today. I salute each and every one of you. But before we go into what we must have to play this jingle for you to know is coming and where the Biafran liberation is now. Biafrans are here to free themselves from imminent danger that is coming. Biafrans are here to preserve their lives, fighting for survival. That is what we are doing. Listen to this jingle because this month, on the 29th, 30th, and the 31st day of this month is sit at home, has been ordered by the Prime Minister.
As useless as any.
As it has been ordered by the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, and everyone must adhere to this. 29th of May this month, 2024, 30th of May, 2024, and 31st of May, 2024 is total lockdown on Biafra land. And remember that 30th of May is heroes, our heroes and heroines Remembrance Day. Do not joke with this. Do not play with this. 29th of May, 2024, 30th of May, 2024, 31st of May, 2024, 3 days total lockdown in Biafra and all over the Biafra territory. For the conclusion, not for the conclusion, for the first stage of our e-voting. For the Biafrans to have enough time to vote for their self-referendum. If you have not voted, I don't know what you're still doing, and I don't know what is keeping you from voting, because it is your civic to vote for your referendum, to vote that you're no longer interested on the terrorist country, in the terrorist state, a failed state of the zone that have been claiming many lives, that you're no longer interested. Everything that you have been yearning for, everything that you have been clamoring for are all embedded in this e-voting. The ability for Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa and the government of Biafra Republic in exile to continue doing the great work that they are doing for Biafra Liberation Army, to continue the work they are doing, your vote is needed. This is the beacon of everything that we are doing. Show your alloy support to the Biafran government, just like you have done for 3 years now, telling the world every month you are no longer interested in anything that has to do with Nigeria. The same call is what the Prime Minister is making.
And your kidnapping from Kenya, I will make sure that it is as useless as anything. And your kidnapping from Kenya will be very, very expensive to Nigeria state.
Just as you have demonstrated for 3 years until now that you're no longer interested. This demonstration, this civil disobedience is never going to stop until our Biafra is declared, until we have our independence. It's never going to stop. So whatever you have been doing, keep on doing it. Contribution, keep on contributing. Supporting morally, in any form or shape you have been supporting, keep on doing it. Our freedom is in our hand, and no one can give it to us apart from us. We are the only one that can give ourselves freedom. And this is the call, the roll call, the clarion call that is being made by the Biafra Republic government in Nessa, that you should go and do one thing. Go and vote. Go and vote. Go and vote. Diana, I salute you from here, Diana. Good morning. Good morning from here. Good morning from here. Biafrans, your vote for your freedom is still
That
ongoing.
was my promise before man and God. And believe me, I am living up to that promise. Today, if they are not regretting kidnapping Mazen and become their lying. I also promise Biafra, nobody will
go and vote. That is the only way your right to live will be protected. That is the only way your life can be safeguarded. You heard what the Prime Minister is saying? That nobody, so long as this Biafra Republic government in exile is concerned, that nobody will come and kill you again. It's not possible that nobody can come and kill you again. You will no longer be a lamb of sacrifice. You know, all these years, the Biafrans are the lamb of sacrifice to keep Nigeria as one. But the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile is saying that you will no longer be the lamb of sacrifice to keep Nigeria as one. That those days has come and it have gone. It will never happen again that you as a Biafran will be a lamb of sacrifice to Nigeria as one. No. But everything that needed to be done for you to be free is what the Biafra Republic government in exile is doing to make sure that you are free, that you live in a free nation, free world. Just like we are born free, that you're going to live as a not being under the influence of more, living under the policies of the West, but the policies that your government made. That is what the Biafra Prime Minister is saying. Every one of us to adhere to this. Go and vote. That is where you're right. That is where everything that the Biafrans have been doing, that is where it is enshrined. Go and vote. There's a number of voters that is required for this government to continue doing what they are doing for you. All these things are just for formality's sake. All these things are just to fulfill all righteousness, to live up to the standard of the international laws. So don't take it for granted. Don't say, what is it? We have decided already that we don't want to have anything to do with Nigeria, and we have the right to be and live as a nation that we were before the British came. Yes, we have all those rights. But we must have to do the needful, which is engaging them in their own, the scripture said that he frustrates, that he beats the wise in their own crafting. He makes the wise foolish. That is what we are doing. Not that we cannot declare Biafra today and then defend it. But we want to have everything that tomorrow people will be making reference to these things and said they will remember when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was on the street of London agitating that Nigeria, everything that is happening in Nigeria is bad, that Nigeria should be made okay again so that it will better the life of the citizens. They will also remember history, will also remember the day that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said that he have looked into Nigeria and said that Nigeria is not salvageable. That what we need now is outright disintegration and disengaging, disassociating anything that has to do with the Nigerian political system and the Nigerian state. Because it's made up of terror, made up of lies and deceit. The foundation is being destroyed. Because Nigeria was not created, it's created by man. That is created by man is bound to function, that is created by man is bound to fall. But Biafrans grow organically, created by God, Elohim. And we intend to go back to the way we were before the British came. Ambazi Simon Ekpa today is championing the same cause, saying that we, the Biafrans, can never ever again go back to Nigeria. That by God's grace, which Elohim has given to us in abundance, we are going to overcome these Marauders. That we will fight to the last man standing to make sure that our freedom is secured. These are the promises of these, our able men, the men that were sent by Elohim, the men that sees the future, that Elohim always sent to us. 1967, 1970 was Ojukwu Philip and other comrades. In our generation, it's Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa and other comrades. And this will be the last phase before Biafra will come. Thank you so much, Biafrans. As you come in, do well to share the program. Share it to all the platforms, share it everywhere. Share it to all the media platforms so that people will be notified that we are live. We are going to be Interpol involvement on the extraordinary renditioning of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. The Interpol denial of Nigeria on the involvement
which the Interpol
of the kidnapping of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and the extraordinary renditioning him from Kenya to the Zoological Republic. So I want you to listen to this. The brown envelope journalism stated 2021. Let me bring it up. Let me bring it up for you to see Vanguard News. Stated that Interpol, with the help of the Interpol, the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's extraordinary rendition to Nigeria. But the same president, the man that is seeing Interpol program in Africa, is saying a different thing. He's saying a different thing. Look at what Vanguard publication made, the news publication by Vanguard on Wednesday, June 30th, 2021. On 30th of June 2021, Wednesday, Vanguard publication said how federal government of Nigeria worked with Interpol to aid IPOB Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is to say, the Vanguard News is saying that the Interpol is involved in the extraordinary renditioning of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Nigeria. And we will hear what the Interpol have to say for themselves. The International Criminal Police Organization. You will hear what the man have to say on this particular issue. For you to know that everything that concerns Nigeria, there's nothing like law and order. Because the only place that you will be thinking of practicing law and order is in an insane government. It's the only place where democracy is reigning. That is where you'll be looking forth to see law and order being implemented. But Nigeria being a failed state, being a terrorist state, being a place where everything that is in it are calling for agony and pain. That is why what is happening today is happening. That is why Nigeria, because of their brutality and their word life, never responsible for anything, not to themselves, not to their citizens, not to anything. That is why if you price Nigeria today, they can sell it to you and collect money to share among themselves. Because nobody is a citizen of Nigeria. They are committing all manner of heinous crime because they know nobody is a citizen of Nigeria. Interpol denied involvement in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu kidnapping from Kenya. But as Interpol denied involvement, had the international community and every other person in Africa, ECOWAS, what have you, African Union, have they actually looked into the issue and say, why must our own son, why must the son of the soil kidnap in his father's land? Why must international treaties be violated just to silence or displatform Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because he's fighting for freedom? I want you to listen to this.
Which the Interpol, AIG, there are not a few who believe which the Interpol, AIG, there are not a few who believe that which the Interpol, AIG, there are a few who believe that the pace at which the Interpol, international and Interpol,
Sorry about that. Is this
Nigeria are working is quite interesting. The point.
do you hear the way this journalist, this criminal journalist put it? He said, why is it that some of you believe that he paused? And another thing he said is the way the international Interpol and the Nigeria Interpol is working hand in hand. Do you know what he's trying to do? Because of the criminality that these men and women have been trained in, they know how to make you do their bidding even without knowing it. They wanted to, the only fact they want to bring out, the only thing they want to squeeze out from this man's mouth is for this one to say, quite all right, there's a good relationship between the Interpol in Nigeria and the international Interpol. But this man was very sensitive to tell them that the Interpol, in as much as that is not the question that is asked, that is not aware of anything that has to do with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, the kidnapping of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, that the Interpol is not aware of it. And the lady asked, you seem not to be aware of anything. And he said, yes. That before Interpol will get involved in anything that has to do with renditioning, that it must go, it must be according to the law. But you know that the kidnapping of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and the extraordinary rendition in Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has nothing to do with the law or the legal process. There was no legal process whatsoever on the kidnapping of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. But the Zoological Republic paid some of their agents, both the ones in-house and the ones outside, that arranged for our leader.
To the fact that Nnamdi Kanu, the leader.
Do you see how that man landed with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? What does Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has to do with that the international Interpol and the Nigerian Interpol is working hand in hand? Then he landed by saying, now that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Do you see what they want to do? They want this man to just tell them, yes, the international Interpol and the Nigerian Interpol is working hand in hand. When they might have dismissed this man from their studio, they will now publish that the Interpol has confirmed that they are involved in the extraordinary renditioning of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, kidnapping and torturing him for 8 days and bringing him back to Nigeria. But this man knows the implication of him ignoring that very question, or ignoring the statement on the intention why this man is asking this foolish question that is asking. He have to set the record very straight. that everything that Nigeria did against Mazen Namdekan is illegal because he never followed the process of the law. If there's anything they're accusing Mazen Namdekan of in Nigeria, which they have not been able to prove for 3 years, for getting to 4 years now, they've not been able to approve anything, any case against a man that they went all the way to Kenya to kidnap and bring to Nigeria. They've not been able to approve anything. But the only thing that interests them is to stop the liberation of the Biafrans. Just like the Mumu man that looked into his video yesterday was making reference. He even mentioned the Maruduko, that Nigeria went all the way to foreign land to kidnap Maruduko because you don't Nigeria. That Nigeria is a brutal force. You don't mess around with it. And this is the major reasons why Biafrans can never abide on this ungodly marriage that we have no knowledge of. 1914. On this ungodly marriage that is so hostile and brutal to his people, that Biafrans did not subscribe to this brutality. And we have opted out from it. Back to the way we were before the British came. It is unfortunate this video is not playing. I don't know why.
Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the proscribed group, IPOB, died.
Do you see these uneducated idiots that are in journalism? This Nnamdi Kanu, the proscribed agitator. Do you see the venom and the wickedness in their hearts? That thing that you proscribed him of, you went all the Kenya to kidnap him. There's no manner of, it's of recent they stopped using a treasonable felony. But all the while that Mazen Namdekan is not in their custody, they were charging him of treasonable felony, they were charging him of all manner of things. But they kidnapped Mazen Namdekan from Kenya for 3 years now, and they've not been able to prove anything. The treasonable felony, they're not charging him against it anymore. The terrorism charges, they're no more. Everything charges that they had leveled against him, every one of them had been trashed out. Because none of it hold water. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is guilty of nothing. The Nigeria Zoological Republic committed the act of terrorism against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. So Nigeria should be facing terrorism charges in the international criminal courts now and in Hague. If the world is functioning, let me put it that way. If the world powers are functioning, Nigeria should be facing terrorism charges against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in Hague and the International Community Court, International Criminal Court. All the bilateral agreements that they had with Nigeria, all the things that they had with Nigeria should have been cut off by now. If what you are hoping for, and those that are hoping that the international community know what to do, that then you need to go legal, you need to go this, you need to be politically correct. If these things is going to yield fruit for you to achieve your freedom, the International Criminal Court, when Buhari died and something should have been happening to Nigeria by now. All the ban and all the threats that the UN threatened to Nigeria that if they did not release Mazen Namdekan after 300 and something days, those things have elapsed and nothing happened. And nobody is going to do anything. The only people that is doing something is the Biafra Republic government, and that is why you must go and vote. You must go and vote because this is the only government that will speak for you. This is the only government. This is the only government that will speak for you. This is the only government that will defend you against external forces that have sworn an oath to make sure that they annihilate you. This broadcast is not going to let me go to work. But I want to tell you that whatever the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile is doing today is the right thing. And the only way for the Biafrans to be free. If you love your life, love your generation, love your future, love that of children, throw your weight on the Biafra Republic government in exile. Throw your weight on our Prime Minister Mazis Amuneba. That is the only way forward. And that is the only man that is bringing the new dimension to free our people from the onslaught of the Fulanis and Britain. So Biafrans, I salute each and every one of you. This video is not playing, but all the same. Catch up with you again in the evening. We'll be here again in the evening to continue from where we stop. In the evening, we'll revisit back the voice of our brother from Burkina Faso. We will be visiting that speech of his again in the evening. And I wish you will be here. May Elohim continue to guide you, Biafrans. May Elohim continue to protect and guide you. May Elohim make the continent, the light of his continent to shine upon you and be gracious to you and keep you safe, both now and forevermore. He said, the sun will not smite you by the day, neither the moon by the night. He will keep you. Your going out and your coming in is going to be blessed. Today, the second day in the month of May, the month of our heroes, will be a blessed day to every Biafran. God bless you in any way you find yourself in the world. May Chukwokike continue to guide and protect, both now and forevermore. He said, thank you so much, my sister, and every other person that come to this broadcast this morning. May to guide and protect you. Amen. Thank you, and do have a lovely day.